Hi everybody, welcome to another crochet tutorial, and in this video I'm going to be showing you how to make this pentagon granny pentagon with the little hole shaped flower thing, whatever you want to call it. This appeared in another video and I asked if anyone wanted me to show it, and I had quite a response, so I've decided to do a quick video. And for this tutorial I'm using some DK light worsted weight yarn. That's a yarn weight of 3, and I've chosen just two colours, an orange and a yellow, and I'm going to be using a 3.5mm E crochet hook, and it's a good idea to have a pair of scissors and a yarn needle as well for sewing in those ends. Okay, so let's begin. So we're going to start off with the orange first in the middle, and the first thing to do is we're going to chain 4 to begin. So chain 4, chain 1, 2, 3 and 4. So just chain 4. We're going to put our hook in our first chain, so find your first chain and put your hook into there, and we're going to bring the yarn straight through that chain and then straight through the loop on your hook, like so, to do a slip stitch, and that creates a little loop of your chains which are joined at the beginning and the end, and the middle is a little hole. Don't confuse it with your chain 1. In the middle there is a hole in your loop, and into there we are going to work 10 double crochet, and this is in US terminology. So we're going to yarn over, put our hook into the center of that loop right in the middle, and then we are going to bring the yarn through. We've got our 3 loops, and then we're going to do a double crochet. So we yarn over, pull through 2, then yarn over, pull for the last 2 to do a double crochet. Okay, and we're just wrapping it around the chains, doesn't matter how many chains we got now. See, it's gone into the center. We need 10 double crochets, so we're going to yarn over again, go back into the middle, and bring the yarn through, do another double crochet. So that's 2, and we want 10. So 2 and 3. Alternatively, you can just do 10 double crochet in a magic circle if you like doing a magic circle. And 4. 5. It's a bit less fiddly the more you do. 6. 7, 8, 9, and the last one 10. Okay, so you've got 10 double crochet into that 4 chain loop, like so. Just pull the little hole, the tail end, bring in the hole a little bit. Then what we're going to do is we are going to slip stitch into our first double crochet. So check you've got 10, 2, 4, 6, 8, 9 and 10, and put your hook into that first double crochet. There we go. Bring the yarn through that first double crochet and straight through the loop on your hook to do a slip stitch. Okay, so by the end of that round you should have 10 double crochet. Then what we're going to do is we are going to chain 10. So we're working with 10 again. Chain 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 and 10. So we chain 10 and making sure this is facing the right way. What we're going to do is we're going to slip stitch in the same stitch that we just slip stitched in at the bottom. So this one, the first double crochet we slip stitched into. I'm going to put our hook back into there, go into that first stitch and do a slip stitch straight through the loop on your hook, and as you can see that creates a little loop of your 10 chains. Then we're going to do a slip stitch in the next 2 stitches. So go into the next stitch and do a slip stitch, and then go into the next stitch and do a slip stitch. You do a slip stitch in that first same stitch as your last slip stitch, then a slip stitch in the next 2. That's a mouthful. Then do the same thing again with chain 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, making sure we're facing in the right direction. We go back, put our hook back into the same stitch that we slip stitched into just now, so go back into that one, it's just below the chains, back into there and do another slip stitch. Creates our nice little loop. And then we do a slip stitch in the next 2. So a slip stitch in the next stitch and a slip stitch in the next stitch. Okay, and then we just do the same thing again. We chain 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Chain 10, make sure we're facing the right direction. Slip stitch in the same stitch you just slip stitched into below those chains. And then slip stitch in the next stitch. And slip stitch in the next stitch. So you slip stitch in the next 2. Now we've got 3 10 chain loops. Do the same thing again, chain 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Make sure we're facing the right direction. Slip stitch in the same stitch we slip stitched in last below the chains. Okay, and then slip stitch in the next 2. Next stitch and slip stitch in the next stitch. Here we go. And then we do one more, chain 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And then making sure we're facing the right direction. We slip stitch in the same stitch we last slip stitched into below those chains. And slip stitch in that last stitch to finish. Okay, so we just slip stitch in the next one, and there we go. You should have 5 10 chain loops now. And what we're going to do is we are going to work some single crochet into this next 10 chain loop. So you just want to put your hook into that massive hole, that really big hole in there, and bring the yarn through and do a single crochet like so. You might just want to pull your little stitch down. So you're just wrapping it around the 10 chains, and we want to do 12 single crochet in this 10 chain loop. So we've done 1, we go back into put our hook back into that big loop, wrapping it around the chains, we do another single crochet. We want 12 of these, so that's 2, 3, 4, just wrapping it around the chains, 5, 6, 7, 8. Let's move them over so you've got enough room. 8, 9, 10, We need 12, so 11 and last one 12. Okay, so you've got 12 single crochet in that 10 chain loop, just wrapping them around. And then what we're going to do is we are going to skip one stitch on this main circle. So you can see that next stitch there on this main circle. We're going to skip that, but in this next one, which is at the beginning of our next 10 chain, we're just going to do a little slip stitch. So you skip that one, but in the next one put your hook and do a little slip stitch. That just sort of finishes off the 10 chain loop. And then we're over to the next 10 chain loop. So we repeat the same thing again. We put our hook in there and we do 12 single crochets wrapping around that 10 chain loop. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 and 12. So make sure you've got 12 single crochet. Then we do the same thing again. The next stitch on this main circle, we're going to skip that next stitch, that one there, but in the next stitch on the main circle we're going to do a slip stitch. Okay, just put your hook in there and do a little slip stitch, and then we're over to the next 10 chain loops. So repeat that for the remaining 10 chain loops, doing 12 single crochet in that 10 chain loop, skip one stitch, slip stitch, then 12 single crochet in that 10 chain loop, skip one, slip stitch, until you get to the end. Okay, just come up to the last one, 12, that last 10 chain loop, and then do the same thing again. We're going to skip that next stitch on the main bit there, which is quite small, right up in there. You want to find this one that's in the middle and just do a slip stitch into there just to finish. Like so. And then you want to find your first single crochet from your 10 chain loop. So you should have 12 of these. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So find that first single crochet and do a slip stitch in there. Okay, and then we're going to slip stitch in the next single crochet, but we're going to join our yellow. So put your hook in that next stitch, second one. Instead of yarning over with the orange, we're going to yarn over with the yellow this time. Just going to put that over my hook, hold it with my finger and bring that through that second single crochet and straight through the loop on our hook to do a slip stitch. And now we're working with our yellow. And what we're going to do is we're going to chain 2, 1 and 2. So chain 2. Then in the next stitch we're going to do a double crochet. So yarn over and go into the next stitch and do a double crochet. And then in the next stitch we're going to do a half double crochet. So the next stitch, do a half double crochet, pull for all 3. And we're going to do a half double crochet in the next stitch. So you've done a half double crochet in the next 2. Then in the next stitch we're going to do 2 single crochet. So the next stitch we do a single crochet, go back into the same stitch and do another single crochet. So you've got 2 single crochet in there. Then we're going to do 2 single crochet in that next stitch as well. So 1 and another one in the same stitch. Okay, so you've done 2 single crochet in the next 2 stitches. Then we're going to do a half double crochet in the next stitch, half double crochet, and a half double crochet in the next stitch as well. So it's mirroring this side. So a half double crochet in the next 2. Then we're going to double crochet 2 stitches together. So we yarn over, go into the next stitch, pull through, yarn over, pull through the first 2 loops as if doing a normal double crochet, but then we stop, yarn over again and go into the next stitch. Bring the yarn through, pull through the first 2, leaves you 3 loops, then we yarn over, pull through all 3, and that double crochets 2 stitches together. Then we're going to skip 3, so you want to skip the next stitch there, the next stitch which is on the main in the middle, then the next stitch there. You want to skip those 3, then in the next stitch yarn over, put your hook in that next stitch, and we're going to double crochet 2 together again. So bring the yarn through, then yarn over, pull for the first 2 as if doing a normal double crochet, but we stop, yarn over again, go into the next stitch, bring the yarn through, yarn over, pull for the first 2, leaves us 3 loops, yarn over, pull through all 3, and that double crochets 2 together. Okay, and then we're going to go back to doing a half double crochet in the next 2. So a half double crochet in the next stitch and a half double crochet in the next stitch, and then we want to do 2 single crochet in the next stitch, 2 single crochet, 1 and another one in the same stitch, 2 single crochet, then 2 single crochet in the next stitch as well, just like we did before, 1 single crochet, another one in the same stitch. Okay, so you've got 2 single crochet in the next 2, then we do a half double crochet in the next 2, so half double crochet in the next stitch, then a half double crochet in the next stitch. Okay, so you've done a half double crochet in the next 2, and then we're going to double crochet 2 together again. So we go into the next stitch, pull through, yarn over, pull for the first 2, stop, yarn over again and go into the next stitch, pull through, yarn over, pull for the first 2, leaves us 3 loops, yarn over, pull for all 3, and we're doing the same thing again as what we did here. So now we're here and we skip the next 3, so skip the last one there, skip the one on the main in the middle and skip the first one there, yarn over and go into the next stitch after those 3 and do your double crochet 2 together again. Okay, so pull for the first 2, stop, yarn over, go into the next stitch, pull through the first 2, get your 3 loops, yarn over, pull for all 3. Okay, and then we're back to doing the same thing again. So what you're basically doing is you double crochet 2 together, skip 3, double crochet 2 together, half double crochet in the next 2, 2 single crochet in the next 2, then half double crochet in the next 2, then double crochet 2 together, skip 3, double crochet 2 together. Then we go back to doing a half double crochet in the next 2. So half double crochet in the next stitch, you should start seeing a pattern, then a half double crochet in the next stitch. Okay, so you've done your half double crochet in the next 2, then 2 single crochet in the next stitch, 1 and 2, 2 single crochet in the next stitch, 1 and 2. Okay, so 2 single crochet in the next 2, then your half double crochets, so a half double crochet in the next stitch, half double crochet in the next stitch, and then we double crochet 2 together, pull through 2, stop, yarn over to the next stitch, pull through 2, 3 loops, yarn over, pull through 3, then we skip 3, 1, 2, 3, and then we begin another double crochet 2 together. Skip 3, 1, 2, 3, find that next stitch, and double crochet 2 together again. And then we're back to where we were before. We do half double crochet in the next 2, then 2 single crochet in the next 2, 1, 2, same again, 1 and 2, half double crochet in the next 2, then double crochet 2 together. Oops, didn't catch that properly. There we go, and then we skip 3, 1, 2, 3, yarn over, go into the next stitch and double crochet the next 2 together. Okay. Then a half double crochet in the next 2, so next stitch half double crochet, half double crochet in the next stitch, okay, next 2, then 2 single crochet in the next stitch, 1 and on the same stitch, 2 single crochet in the next stitch, 1 and on the same stitch, then a half double crochet in the next 2, half double crochet and a half double crochet in the next stitch, then double crochet 2 together, then we skip the last few stitches, 1, 2, it's like a funny second one there, so 1, 2, skip all of those, skip your chain 2, and we're just going to slip stitch into that first double crochet. Okay, so we pretty much skip everything, find that first double crochet and slip stitch into there, and there we go, we have finished. Flatten that down, give it a little bit of an iron, and there is our finished little pentagon granny square, or granny pentagon, with the holy flowers like so. And you can join these together. You probably want to block this to flatten it down a bit, but you could join these together if you wanted to at the edges to create a unique pattern. So there we go. I hope you enjoyed that tutorial. Hope you managed to follow along, and I'll see you soon for some more crochet fun. Thanks for watching, guys. Bye.